Hello and welcome to the news on The Essential Gamer with me, Lee, and we're going to be talking about Death Stranding first. Now, you may or may not have seen the extended reveal date trailer. If you haven't seen it, I recommend you pause this video, go on YouTube and go search for it right now. And if you have seen it, then you'll know it was 8 minutes of Kojima madness. And I, for one, are extremely excited about it. We finally got a proper gameplay reveal. We also have a rough storyline reveal, so we know kind of what's going on with it. We understand that Norman Reedus is essentially a postman, one of the first postmen after a apocalyptic event, and he's trying to rebuild society, specifically in America, by bringing probably very important documents and bits and bobs that he has to deliver to each encampment. I was amazed at how vast it seemed, how well it all looks put together. Obviously it's running on the Metal Gear Solid 5 engine, which is one of the best game engines that I've seen in recent years, that Konami have managed to botch by making Metal Gear survive with it. That's fine. But I think when you look at this, and obviously it all sort of stems from that whole Metal Gear 5 Fallout, the PT demo release and fluff with Norman Reedus in it, and I for one am really happy that Kojima just picked up everything that he had, including his talent, and went and made his own thing, because when Kojima's left to it, he creates masterpieces. We know this, we've seen all the Metal Gear Solids. Some of them are a bit bonkers, and this looks to be existing in the same vein as those sort of games, of being completely and utterly bonkers, which is great. I for one am really excited about it. It's out in November, it's a PS4 exclusive, sorry everybody else, but that's the breaks, I'm afraid. And it has to be admitted that PlayStation really have owned this generation with their exclusives, from Horizon Zero Dawn to God of War, Bloodborne. I mean, even Days Gone, even though it got middling review scores, was a good game. It's a decent, strong first party game. And this, Death Stranding, will be up there. It goes to Decima for me to end the generation on a high. And just as a final point, I think, what with the advert showing that this was advanced for PS Pro and exceeding graphics and blah blah blah, when I watched it, I couldn't believe the quality of the facial capture. Like, Madsen, Reedus, they look exactly like they should do. Everything about their textures and the way that their character models are made is just absolutely exemplary. I mean, Kojima Productions as a whole have outdone themselves in the way this looks. I just hope it plays as well as Metal Gear Solid 5 did, if not better. I am genuinely excited, and look at how absolutely fucking mental this bit looks. I mean, yes, Kojima, yes, take my money, yes. Arriving on consoles this week, DayZ has finally been released, and if you don't know what DayZ is, it is a mod for Arma 2 that changed the game into a survival apocalyptic fare, and basically the mod took on a life of its own. It was taken to a developer and made into a standalone game, which is what you see now. It's been around for a very long time. It came before Ark, before Conan, you know, before all of the sort of archetypal survival game projects. This was the first one, and it's finally released on console. And I've got some issues with it. Well, firstly, it looks great from the trailer. It looks like it could be that sort of Walking Dead, the game that we've all been looking for ever since that series start, but the delivery isn't where it needs to be. There's a lot of frame rate drops, a lot of load stuttering, a shitload of pop-up that I really didn't expect. Even on the PlayStation Pro, with all the boost settings on, it really didn't play smoothly at all. Lots of loading jumps, which made it really sort of ropey. Not great collision detection. I mean, we were putting our hands and weapons through walls and doors, and even fighting the enemies didn't really feel like there was any solid connection. It doesn't feel like it's quite ready to be released yet. And I understand that obviously it was a mod and it's been around a long time and it's constantly being evolved into something, and essentially it has only just reached version 1.0, which, you know, it's just come out of alpha, come out of beta, whatever you want to say. It's just started going. But with that said, and the quality that I see here, I don't know if it's worth £40. Yes, £40. I'm sorry, but this is well overpriced for what you get. You do not get a finished product at all. I don't think you're going to enjoy it. It's too derelict, it's too sparse, and it's really not been polished very well at all just yet. It could be a good game. It may be worth waiting for. You have to keep your eyes on it. Releasing for free on consoles this week, we had Dauntless come along. Dauntless is basically Monster Hunter World. It condenses it into a much more streamlined delivery, and it sort of gives it this Fortnite aesthetic, which will appear much more appealing to all the children. We played it. It's not bad. It's very colourful. It's very nicely made. The battles, the boss battles with your friends could be quite exciting, quite good. But there's been one major problem dogging the game since its launch, and it's its own popularity. When we played, we were 500th in the queue, and it took a while, I'm not going to lie, but I have seen numbers up to 40,000th in the queue due to the mass popularity of the game and just lacking in servers, not quite prepared for being as popular as they are. It's a good problem to have. I'm sure they're not complaining. Yeah, try it out. If you like hunting big monsters, give Dauntless a go.
There's a fine line between right and wrong. And somewhere in the shadows, they send us in to find it.
Watch you to 6 Actual. Target is in the main house. You have execute authority.
Bravo 6. Going dark.
Now, sometimes an erection can catch you by surprise, and I was definitely pitching a trouser tent to this one when I saw the release trailer for Modern Warfare, the new Call of Duty. I'm genuinely excited. It looks like they've gone back to basics. They've given you the Modern Warfare storyline in a soft reboot that we all enjoyed the first time round. They've added some mechanics that I can see that make it just the juiciest thing that they could have possibly released, and I'm genuinely excited. Black Ops 4 was a rushed, glitchy mess. It was unfinished. It was trying to capitalise on Battle Royale bollocks. This doesn't. Third quarter is going to be a lot of fun when this one comes out. I am very, very happy. Something people weren't happy about though. Sonic. He looked like shit. We all agreed. So the producers and the team went away and they said, right, we're going to fix it, we're going to make it look more like the Sonic you all know and love, which is great, this is commendable, but there was a slight panic, because obviously they said they were going to do it in time for its release, and we were all like, But they've come back out and said they're going to push the release back, and looking at these things on the teaser, like the original Sonic, the glove and the sign that you used to get at the end of the stages, it looks like they're going to refine it to a more classic looking Sonic that we can all agree with a little bit more. Will it save the film? No more than Jim Carrey will, but we can wait and see. And finally, your games for the month on PSN or PS Plus are the Borderlands Handsome Collection, which is all of the Borderlands games released thus far besides 3 in one handy spot, remastered and made to look pretty for HD with all of its co-op and explorative play. You'll enjoy that one. And keeping with Sonic, Sonic Mania, the 2017 release of basically classic Sonic remade in a new fangled way for you to play. There you go. Enjoy those. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you would like to say anything about what I've said, please leave something down in the comments. If you don't, fuck you. See you later. Bye!